up. Earlier on tonight, Nottingham Forest won on penalties on TalkSport 2, and Crystal Palace won in extra time in Larnaca to go through in the Conference League. It's Fiorentina next for Crystal Palace. I mean, crikey, that's the toughest Conference League draw I've heard for a while, by the way, Fiorentina.
Yeah.
That was the one that West Ham had in the final. And I think Villa ended up playing them in the Conference League as well, if I'm not mistaken. Here is Anana into the centre, looking up, trying to find a quick release. Porto for Nottingham Forest, and then maybe Bologna for Aston Villa. Still that game between them and Roma is ongoing as Rodgers gets it back from Watkins. The ball runs loose in midfield. McGinn dives in with a really powerful tackle. Referee says play on. Felix gets back to his feet. It was a coming together in the middle of the park. It was fiercely contested by the Scotsman, and now the ball is on the right with Rodgers trying to wriggle into a crossing position. It's put out by Alexandro, and it goes out for a throwing down by the corner flag. There's a bit more impetus about Aston Villa now.
Correct. And I'd like to think in this position now they will go on and show their class and get this game properly won in a manner which will really boost them a little bit. There's been a lot of results, a lot of games here at Villa Park recently that have gone the wrong way. And I think this, I mentioned at the start of the night, I think the game always represented an opportunity for Villa to find another gear and get a bit more confidence back playing in front of their own.
McGinn to take the free kick away to our right, in towards the centre of the 6-yard box. Is caught brilliantly by goalkeeper Berker Özer, and he immediately dispatches upfield towards Mounier. Mounier gallops to the halfway line. He has Macau in front of him. Instead he goes square into Bentaleb. He then plays it backwards to Alexandro, and there's a French commentator in front of me. Very French reaction to that backward pass, by the way. Threw his arms up into the air and wasn't too happy with Nabil Bentaleb. Peru, near side, chased by Bogard. Goes back into the halfway line where it's collected by Alexandro and then sent out wide towards the far side. Unai Emery will be pretty pleased to be back here at Villa Park, where they've won all 4 of their previous Europa League home games this term. But it could be another one here. Especially bearing in mind they've won only one of the last 5 home fixtures in all competitions, Andy. It will be a timely boost, as you were saying, ahead of their weekend offering. They are playing West Ham on Sunday.
Yep.
It's Claret and Blue against Claret and Blue here. Here is Peru on the left-hand side, producing a cross into the box, which is a little bit overhit, but it drops on the edge of the area. Heavy touch on the edge of the box by Ngoy, and now a chance maybe to escape. Lovely touch by Rodgers. Deft little ball round the corner. Plays it long now for Watkins to run in behind, and there's green grass for him to run into. Alexandru gets across, but Watkins has still got the ball inside the area. Right side, pulls it back. And no one there to gobble it up. It was good defending in the end from Chancellor Mbemba. He kept the ball well. Tried to take on Alexandro. Didn't have the sort of bit between his teeth to pull the trigger there, though.
Yeah. He's been in that situation quite a lot, actually, this season, Ollie. Just couldn't get beyond Alexandro to get a shot away. Actually did well to then look for others arriving in the box, and the ball across the 6-yard line was cut out. But nice initial run from him and good movement.
Bouadi over the top for Giroud. Giroud thinks he's onside, rifles the ball into the net, and the offside flag goes up.
Good finish from Olivier Giroud, but he did look well offside when the ball was scooped through for him.
Just about.
I tell you what, yeah, he is.
It was just leaning in the wrong direction.
Yeah, lovely finish on the left foot. The ball bounces up and he waits for it to just drop that little bit, and he smashed it into the roof of the net, but always offside.
1-0 to Aston Villa. John McGinn's goal divides these two teams. 54 minutes on the clock when he slid that into the corner of the net. Set up by Jadon Sancho, instigated by the goalkeeper. Here is Sancho, Rodgers. The ball bounces on the edge of the area for Douglas Luiz, who takes it down, travels to the left edge of the box, produces a cross, takes a little flick away by Peru. collected by Felix, who tries to bring it clear. Referee says nothing doing as a hand sort of is accused as the ball goes into the box from Rodgers looking for Watkins. It's headed away. Watkins still tries to bring it down, drops to his knees under pressure. The ball goes out of play on the far side and away for a throw.
Better again, getting the forward players involved now a lot more. Morgan Rodgers has become livelier since the goal. I think Ollie Watkins has already come on and made some nice runs. Jadon Sancho better in the second half, more positive.
Onana trying to turn away from Bouadi. Loses possession momentarily, but Villa have got it quickly back. 62 minutes played. You're listening to TalkSport on this Thursday night. Tomorrow night we're bringing you live football from the Premier League. Yes, tomorrow night, Bournemouth against Manchester United live from the Vitality Stadium. Join us for that one from 7 o'clock. And then Saturday it's Brighton. Here is Watkins into the area. Good turn, shoots towards the far corner, took a nick on the way through. It's out for a corner, it misses by about an inch. Brilliant hold-up play from Ollie Watkins. Superb really, because he was played in by Morgan Rodgers. He was on the shoulder of the last defender and he just escaped into a bit of space, came back, turned, fired a shot towards goal from inside the D, and it was narrowly wide after a little flick off the back of Alexandro.
Yeah, might well have been sneaking in that strike. Just a very slight deflection. He kind of turned the long way round there, Ollie, didn't he, to get that onto his right foot. The ball from Morgan Rodgers was a clever one. Could have hit it first time with his left. Sort of did a big loop to get it onto his right foot, and the shot was, I think, maybe sneaking in without that deflection.
Douglas Luiz takes a short corner into Sancho, then on to McGinn, then back to Douglas Luiz, whose ball into the box is easily caught and cleared away. That long route round, though, actually bought him a little bit of space, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Because everybody else backed off.
They did indeed.
3 changes incoming for Lille in the next few moments, including Mateus Fernandes Pardo, scored at the weekend, and Hakon Arne Haraldsson, who also scored in their victory over Rennes at the weekend. Looks like we're also going to see Noah Ajuma as well, who's about to come on. Here comes Giroud again into the penalty area. Felt he was being pulled back there as the ball scooted past him. The referee said nothing doing.
Yep, immediately turns to the referee there, Olivier Giroud, and just says, I had my shirt pulled there. Good ball into him again.
Douglas Luiz looking to release Sancho. It's another good ball and he careers forward, takes it down well, shoots in towards the near corner and hits the meat of the post, and it ricochets straight out. Rodgers into the box. He bobbled the ball off the inside of his shin there, and it goes out eventually for a throw-in, but what a chance for Sancho.
Yeah, much better from him though. Look, he's a bit unlucky there. He drives into the box on his right foot, pings it, and it absolutely rattles against the post and comes back out faster than the shot actually hit it. Honestly, it comes flying back out. But that's much better from him than receiving the ball and having a look and then dropping it back to a fullback. Again, I can put up with that, live with that every day of the week. When he is nice and positive, takes people on and tries to either score a goal or make something definite happen.
But in fairness to him, if it hadn't have hit the post and was just an inch inside it, the goalkeeper was well beaten, because it was high up to that near post and he was getting nowhere near it. It was hit so hard. Foul against Watkins, is accused of holding Mbemba. Referee says stop the game because we're going to make changes here. 3 of them, the ones that I mentioned. And on comes Valemarsson, Haraldsson, Mateus Fernandes Pardo and Noah Ajuma. That means Bouadi has gone off now.
32,
And I think that's Macau who's come off as well, and Felix.
See, last week Fernandes Pardo came on, actually looked quite bright in the first leg when he came on. Haraldsson as well started last week and was always quite busy, so quite rightly Bruno Genesio now is making sure that he has a bit of a go and just wants to see a little bit of a response. I think he knows it's going to be very difficult for his team now to try and turn this tie back around, but they've got to try it.
67 on the clock. Aston Villa 1, Lille 0, and it's just extra support for Olivier Giroud as well, with the likes of Fernandes, Pardo out on this wide left position, and Haraldsson playing just in behind Giroud. Ball sent forward by Bentaleb, out towards the right. Meunier doesn't quite get there. Haraldsson now has it in the middle of the park. The small, blonde-haired Dane who runs up towards the edge of the area, and then I think tripped over the ball inside the penalty area there. There's claims for a penalty. It looked to me as if he'd tripped over the ball. He didn't get up and appeal straight away, did he? Which sort of gives it away a little bit. There's quite a vociferous reaction from the Lille fans, who are a lot closer to it than we were. That's given away by Bogard, and then Giroud tries to force it forward. It's put behind by Onana, and it goes out for a corner.
Well, they're all crowding around the referee. As we have a look on our monitors here, Sam. Tell you what, he's bumped a little bit from Douglas Luiz. Probably not enough, but boy, I tell you, he catches his feet. I tell you, he's a little lucky there. It was right on the edge of the box, to be fair, but
might have been outside that.
Yeah. Douglas Luiz, I think, is a little fortunate to absolutely get away with that and just see that go out and a corner given.
Well, he's had one of those nights, Douglas Luiz, hasn't he, where you could see that coming. 68 on the clock. Haraldsson takes the corner kick in towards the near post, flicked away by Bogard, then headed back in by Alexandro. Not the best of clearances, but now Sancho's got it. Oh, lovely little roundhouse. Takes it over the right-hand side. That was a lovely bit of skill from Sancho to get himself out of a tight knot, and Aston Villa out of a tight knot as well.
Better. Love that. Really good bit of skill.
Ball clipped up towards the halfway line, headed away by Meunier, and it's out for a throwing over on the far side. This is TalkSport. It's Aston Villa 1, Lille 0 in the Europa League, live on TalkSport with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, they're here for it tomorrow. Adrian Durham is doing the breakfast show with Ray Parlour from 6 a.m. and Crookie and I and Gabby will bring you the result of the England squad when it is announced after 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Make sure you're with us from 10 o'clock. Looking forward to that. Here is Watkins. Good take as sent upfield by Martinez. He thought he was going to get a foul there. The referee allowing play to continue. 21 minutes to go.
Are you expecting any surprises in that squad tomorrow?
Well, I heard you talking a little bit earlier on about it, and just wondered whether or not Dominic Calvert-Lewin might sneak in. If you're going to have someone come in from the cold, you've got to do it now, haven't you?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Not long now, of course.
I just wonder whether or not we might see Harry Maguire as well.
Right, okay.
You never know. We'll see what happens tomorrow, 10 o'clock. It'll be interesting to find out the list. Thomas Tuchel's been doing the rounds this week and watching some of the Champions League games. Here's Haraldsson poking the ball down the right side. Pardo sends the ball in towards the near post, and it goes out and away for a corner.
Yeah, they've done well actually, the two subs, Haraldsson and Pardo, since he's come on. They combine nicely there. Pardo getting towards the byline, trying to whip it across for Giroud again, who was lurking in and around that near post position, but it was blocked for another corner on the far side.
Cross to be taken by Haraldsson, the corner to be taken by Haraldsson. Over on the far touchline in front of the Lille fans, who still in great voice. He sends it high into the air, and Giroud's trying to get up there, and he does, and Douglas Luiz sticks out a foot and puts it over the top of the crossbar, and it was a good job he did, because coming round the back was Ngoy.
Great leap, wasn't it, from Giroud? The corner was an outswinger from Haraldsson. Giroud climbed majestically towards the back of the 6-yard box, got his head on that, made good contact. Douglas Luiz hooks it away for another corner, this time off the other side.
Emi Buendia and Matt Cash about to come into the fray as they have another corner here, Lille. Ball into the near post, this time towards Bentaleb, away by Onana. Scurrying to get it is Noah Njuma. Back to Peru, and he turns it all the way back to his goalkeeper. He runs up towards the centre circle, clips it high into the air. Flicked on by Ngoy, and then it goes out to the far side where Martson tried to tee it up for Douglas Luiz, but it was a little bit on the agricultural side, and there's a yellow card for Douglas Luiz.
Yeah, and I think that's as much for totting up probably as anything else. Ian Martin on the far side tried to reverse the ball to Douglas Luiz. It never got there. And then he makes the challenge, concedes the free kick, gets a yellow card.
It's a little bit off the pace tonight, Douglas Luiz, hasn't he?
Yes.
I wonder whether or not that time in Italy has done wonders for him, or the opposite.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He hasn't been the same player since he's come back,
No,
really, has he?
No, I don't think so.
Substitution for Lille, replacement
Alessandro coming off, and on comes Isamandi. It's a like-for-like switch, really.
Just seeing Matty Cash and Buendia waiting to come on because Douglas Luiz is on a yellow card now. I wonder if even Villa might think about changing.
Yeah, they could always push Lamar Bogard into a central midfield position and put Cash at right back.
Yep.
Here is Haraldsson to take the free kick over on the far side, 10 yards outside the area. He goes short to Gamoa, who sends the ball low in towards the near post, and the Jima's ball is headed away and then picked up by Rogers, who sends it into green grass. Watkins trying to get there, goalkeeper's going to get there first. His starting position was excellent, his alertness even better, his athleticism to get it was impressive.
Yeah, very good. As Ollie Watkins was sprinting after that, the goalkeeper on the edge of his box made sure that he got there first.
Well, the changes are Bogard for Cash and Buendia for John McGinn. A little surprised by that?
Well, John McGinn usually at the back end of a lot of matches, Sam, John is often replaced for the last 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, I suppose because he's been away for so long, 2 months with a knee injury.
He's been out for a while, so he got his goal, and it's lovely to get a nice round of applause off the Villa faithful as you leave, and it's a good night's work for John. It was just whether or not they were going to change the centre of midfield in that moment, but they've decided to do a like-for-like with Bogard and Matty Cash.
By Rogers, almost came through to Buendia, who's just come on, picked up by Douglas Luiz down. He's played it down the right, cut out by Peru, and then flicked inside by Fernandez Pardo, and then out to the far touchline, where galloping down the right-hand side is Ajuma. Ajuma loses control of the football, and it goes out of play and away for a throw-in over on the far side. 37,000 in here tonight, an impressive attendance for a Thursday night in the Europa League. And there could be more Europa League action to come for Aston Villa, with a date coming up shortly with either Roma or Bologna. The way things are at the moment, it will be Bologna they face. What a ding-dong game it is in the Olimpico. 3-2 now.
Is it indeed? Well, that's a great result for Bologna, that. If they can hang on and get that one done, that's some performance.
I mean, away from home, that's excellent, isn't it? I mean, look, you would say if you're Aston Villa, you'd rather play Bologna than Roma, but actually, if they're playing like that, it might be a tougher task. Well, we may find out in the not too distant future. 15 minutes to go. This is TalkSport. And Juma getting down the right hand side. Oh, he goes to ground under pressure from Martson. He wants a penalty. The referee again declines to give it, and it's cleared away upfield towards the halfway line. Forward it comes with Bentaleb. He sends it wide to the left. Peru moves up towards the edge of the area, sends a cross into the box. Martson chests it down. Douglas Luiz lollops it into the air, not a purposeful clearance. It's won by Bentaleb after Haraldsson did good work. Goes back out wide towards Mounier. Mounier trying to shift it in. Again, Ngoy's got there. A little bit slow from Aston Villa on the edge of their own penalty area. Not enough pressure on the ball as the ball goes out towards the right-hand side. And then Mounier on the overlap delivers a cross into the box. Sancho brings it down. He doesn't clear it properly. It comes back to Bentaleb via Haraldsson, and the pressure remains on. Here's Haraldsson. Bentaleb, edge of the area. It's picked up by Mandy. He sends it wide to the right. Ijuma gets it onto his left foot, parried away by Martinez to the edge of the box, and it runs loose, and Sancho dabs it into the path of Watkins. He sends it on. Across comes Chancellor Mbemba and gets there ahead of Rogers, and it goes out and away for a throw-in.
That's a good bit of play, that, from Lille. They kept the ball alive. Villa were having to really dig deep to make sure they didn't concede there in the end. A really good strike from Ejuma, one of the substitutes that come on about 10 minutes ago, and Emi Martinez gets a good look at it, but still has to make sure he beats that one away. That penalty shout, I couldn't understand why Ejuma, once he's got the wrong side of Ian Maatsen. Why'd you hit the floor?
Well, he did, didn't he? Because it wasn't a foul.
It wasn't a foul. He's just literally crumbled to the ground looking for a pen. You think, we've done the hard bit. You've gone past your defender. You're bearing down on the goal.
Oh, brilliant take out of his feet, out of the sky by Watkins, down the left side. Low ball in towards the near post. There's no one there to tap it home. It was brilliant across the edge of the 6-yard box from Ollie Watkins. Sancho was coming in, but he wasn't there quick enough. Here is Douglas Luiz. 1-0.
Another great ball, Sam, from Emi Martinez, wasn't it?
Yeah.
To Ollie Watkins. Again, he's hit it 70 yards straight up the field. Really good. And Ollie Watkins, nice ball across the 6-yard box. Just didn't have anybody in there, but it was the right idea.
Remember, Nottingham Forest have already gone through tonight in the Europa League. 3-0 winners on penalties after 2-1 win in Denmark, 2-2 on aggregate, 3-0 on penalties. Midtjylland missed every single one of their kicks. In the UEFA Conference League, Crystal Palace are going to play Fiorentina after beating Larnaca after extra time. Here's Watkins trying to cause problems for Mbemba, and again he's penalised for holding. There might have been a handball there, which the referee has penalised in the end. There's a right old tussle going on between Watkins and Mbemba now, isn't there?
Yeah, there certainly is. Watkins backing in there, trying to stand his ground and receive the ball, but he felt he was impeded. Referee thought otherwise.
Well, Lille were always going to have to come out at some stage and start to take the game to Aston Villa. They've done that the longer the second half has gone on. Since the goal that was scored by John McGinn gave Villa a 2-0 aggregate lead. Fernandez Pardo with a cross into the box, which is very heavy. He was cutting in from the left-hand side. His right-footed dink into the box. It's got too much air underneath it, and it flew behind, and it's out for a goal kick away to our left-hand side. Well, they've been pretty reliable in Europe, even when they've faltered domestically, Aston Villa. They've won each of their last 6 UEFA Europa League games. They're the only English team to put together a longer winning streak in the competition, with Chelsea back in April 2013 and November 2018, an 8-match run which encompassed the final in 2013 of this competition. They won that in Amsterdam. It's Branislav Ivanovic who scored in stoppage time. A header. Big moment. Here is substitute defender Issa Mandy. Moves the ball upfield into Bentaleb. As Lille trying to come forward, it's clipped out towards the far side. Chested down by Maatsen, and then seen all the way back to the heart of the defence. And if you're Aston Villa now, what you really want to do is shut the game down.
Yeah, you manage it now. Again, they're good at that. I think they can do that very well. Morgan Rogers losing it in a poor area there, but Onana winning it back pretty quickly.
Just slipped, didn't he? And it goes through to Douglas Luiz, who tries to curl it out to the right side, and again that goes straight out of play.
He's played some strange passes tonight, Douglas Luiz.
Unai Emery will be checking that documentation. They didn't bring his brother back from Juventus, did they?
Yeah.
You're listening to Aston Villa 1, Lille 0 in the Europa League live on TalkSport with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it, book now at enterprise.co.uk. Well, 10 minutes to go. He looks a little bit tense, Unai Emery. He always looks tense. Doesn't matter if they're winning 3-0, he looks a bit tense. But I'm not sure he'll be sitting 100% comfortably, just because I think he'll want his team just to sort of kill the game now. Martinez kicks the ball clear into the air. It's headed forward by Bentaleb. This competition's so important to them. I mean, you were saying earlier it might be their best route back to the Champions